So I realized one thing I've never done is really explain my why behind creating the behavior bestie. And as you can see, I brought my little mic back out. I was so happy 'cause I thought I had lost it. But I just want to say, I didn't start the behavior bestie because, I had parenting all figured out. I started because I didn't, and I still don't. That daughter of mine, whoo, she makes me question everything. But I'm a mom of three, and my oldest son is neurodivergent. But parenting him forced me to unlearn everything I thought I knew about good behavior, discipline, and what success in parenting was supposed to look like. What worked for other families didn't work for us. And honestly, sometimes it made things worse. Um, like of course, like I said, it's quiet concerns about my daughter. Little signs people may brush off. The moment where my gut says something is different here too. And once you've parented through neurodivergent, you do see parenting differently forever. Plus, I work with neurodivergent kids, but you realize the behavior is communication, not defiance. Of course, I be cautious because I may see it everywhere because I work with it, but I also don't want to ignore it. But I've worked with kids my entire life, pretty much, from infants to teens in schools, therapy settings, and my brother's nonprofit. I've even seen kids labeled as bad when they're really like overwhelmed. Parents judged when they were actually exhausted, and unsupported. I've seen it all. Families drowning in stress, emotionally and financially. I've been there while being told they just need to try harder. I feel that's the biggest cop out. I really, really do. But that's where the behavior bestie was born. I wanted to create a safe space that says, you're not crazy, your child isn't broken, you're not doing anything wrong, and parenting is not a one size fits all. So what works for me may not work for you. But at the same time, I want to still share with you. And my goal is to tell parents what to do. Is to offer different perspectives, gentle tools, and real conversations. Like especially for parents raising neurodivergent kids, highly sensitive kids, or kids who don't fit the mold of what society likes. Because again, we're all different. Talk about behaviors, nervous system, gentle parenting, conscious parenting, but I also talk about finances too, because financial stress changes how we parent. And I had to learn that the hard way. I didn't put two and two together. So like when you choose up between like groceries and a $5 school event for your child, that pressure shows up in your tone. Oh, sorry, in your patience, in your reactions, all the things you don't really think about. Because parenting and money are connected whether we want to admit it or not. It truly, truly is. You know, the behavior bestie exists to spread awareness. That's all I'm here to do, spread awareness. To remind parents that growth is allowed, that you can parent gently and still have boundaries. That learning more doesn't mean you failed because, it before. It means you're evolving. I don't believe in parenting from fear, from shame, from survival mode forever. We do that sometimes, but you got to evolve. I believe in parenting from understanding, support, and knowledge. And if something I share gives a parent a new idea, a pause instead of a reaction, or simply makes them feel less alone, then I'm doing exactly what I set out to do. I love hearing parents say, you know what, I never thought about that. I've had friends be like, oh my God, you've helped me on my parenting journey. You've helped me with my finances. Being told that I've helped someone just by making a video means the world to me. So that's what the behavior bestie is here for. I'm not here to tell you that you're parenting wrong. I'm not here to tell you that you're a bad parent. I'm not here to tell you that you're bad with your finances or anything like that, but I am here to help. And that's all I want to do is help by merging two things I like and love: children and finances. So just a little bit behind the backstory of the why behind why I began the Behavior Bestie. And of course, as always, you can find me on all social media: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the Behavior Bestie. You know what? You can also join my school community. It is free right now, but you know what? That may change.